Hello everyone, I'm David Harrison, representing National Geographic, and I'm here with Mr. Johnny Rudolph, expert on Nukuoro culture, but also an expert on Kapingan culture, and many other things. So good to be here again with you in beautiful Pohnpei.
Thank you, David. Welcome back to Pohnpei.
Thank you. So Johnny, in 2017, I brought my students here to Pohnpei and you worked with them, and then you came to Swarthmore College in the US. And you recorded a Nukuoro story about people who came down from the sky along the rainbow, founded Nukuoro Atoll, and planted a pearl. And since that time, more than 10,000 people have watched your recording on YouTube.
Wow.
So
Great.
my question is, can you tell us why was this story important to you? Why is it important to Nukuoro people? And what was your purpose in telling this story?
Well, thank you, David. To expand the story, I feel like it's a story that could help Nukuoro, history to the rest of the world. So I thought the pearl is one of the very unique stories that I need to share. Because according to the story, Nukuoro was the place that was identified to bring the shell to plant there. For this reason, and this is some additional information added to the story, when Dave Patrick and his two wives, with only one eyes on the forehead, with 14 children, 7 for the other wife, and then 7 for the other wife. As they come from the rainbow to seek for a place to plant the pearl shell, they came and they saw, they seems to say that, oh, this is the right spot because it's kind of hollow. That when they plant, and then the spat, when the shell breathe, spat will not go away and go for, for air, for other places, but it will stay. The current will just take the spat to the ocean and then bring back to the lagoon. And that seems to be a true fact as we observe. There are numbers of people who got lost, and then after 3 days or so, they were brought back to the island by the current. So I thought I would like to share that story because to me it's very unique, and it's kind of unique to Nukuoro and the Nukuoran ourselves.
Thank you. So my next question is about migration. So currently there are about 100 people or less living on Nukuoro, and there's possibly as many as 2,000 Nukuoro people total living in Pohnpei, Guam, the US, other places. Can you explain the main reasons why people leave Nukuoro, why people stay on Nukuoro, and if they have left, why do they want to go back to Nukuoro?
For going away from Nukuoro, I can say for the fact that people are kind of gearing toward Western life, less for our culture and more for the Western. So the cost of living has attachment to the money itself. So they have to come bring their children to attend school, high school here, and then to look for a job here. And then while they were here, some kind of good news comes to them. Hey, there's a good job over there. You can come and work. So they work together for the fair. Then they have to move from here to either Guam, Hawaii, or U.S. And that's one of the reasons why we the Nukuoran have to come from Nukuoro to here and to other places just to secure a job for supporting the family. And for those who are kind of living in Nukuoro, because of mainly for the land, they want to stay there, and then it seems like they are more wanting to stay back there than staying here. They want to stay there and then until they die. When one of the reasons why they have to go back from here when they come, there's no land for them here, there's no house, they have to live with other people, you know, friends and relatives, temporary, and they have to go back home. Mm-hmm.
And people who have left Nukuoro and maybe go back to visit, I noticed that they still have a great love for Nukuoro and they say they want to go back there. And what are the reasons that pull you back to Nukuoro?
Yeah, that is true. There's a saying, no place like home, no other place like home. But us, there's a song, she knows the song and I know the song, it's called Mataramae Augua Hemairo. Meaning Matarama means, this Matarama is the name of Nukuoro, one of the names for Nukuoro, and it's Matarama. It was used by older people, and then this saying, "E Matarama, you know, Matarama, Augua Hemairo, Matarama, I'm coming back." You know, as we leave Nukuoro, we always dream about back home, and then when there's a time to go, by no means we have to go.
Can you teach me that phrase again? Matarama? E
Matarama Augua Hemairo Makutu Hangaki Hongato Kereke. Matarama, I'm coming back. I am stepping on the ground on the beach of Nukuoro.
Beautiful. So, what would you like the world to know about Nukuoro people and culture?
Well, I want the people to know, especially the mountain islands, to know that Nukuoro is a low island with 4 miles lagoon, and I am sure it's the deepest lagoon in the whole Pacific outer island. According to some of the materials that I have read. And during the Christianity, and I think it's Monteverde, if I'm not mistaken, he came to Nukuoro, who first found Nukuoro. They went and tried to anchor, and where they dropped the anchor, they sent down the line. First line was finished, but the anchor still hanging. So they put another line and send it down until they have all the lines on board. And they thought, this is deep, we need to move further into the shore, toward the shore. So when they moved in, that's when the anchor was able to touch the bottom. So I say it's one of the deepest, or the deepest lagoon.
Thank you. So now I just have 2 questions from my colleague, Maria Fadiman, who's an ethnobotanist.
She's right there.
Oh, she's here. She's going to ask the questions. Or you want me to ask them? Okay.
Yeah.
So Maria has 2 questions. Recently, you told me that you had changed your diet and you were eating more traditional food and less processed food, and you felt better. So, from a Nukuoran perspective, can you say something about what is the value of traditional food, traditional diet for your people?
Okay. Well, when I was young, I see the young men of Nukuoro, you know, muscles very tight, And they were able to list things that the old man can. I'm talking about young men, like 18 up to 30. They were so strong. And the reason why, because we eat local food, and that's our diet. We only find rice, bread, and breakfast on a special occasion on the island, like birthday, Christmas time. That's the only time that we find we could eat rice and bread. People will save those until there's a special event, and we can see those. And on a daily basis, we eat taro, breadfruit, banana, coconut, and all those stuff. Until there's a special event, whoa, people will say, "Oh, right, I need this." So continue eating local made us healthy. And I remember there was a team from STA during the 1980s, mid-80s, I think. They came to Nukuoro, free service for dental services. And then there was a doctor. He came and he said, something changed here. And he shared with me that he was expecting to see fit guys, strong, and now he doesn't see those. What happened? And he was reading something about Nukuoro, and he said, "What do you eat these days?" And I said, "There's a big change today. Before local, but today local comes the very last thing to serve. We preserve like taro. Our taro patch was soil erosion, introduction into the water and killed the taro patch. And so we depend on importation of rice and biscuit and ramen, all those, and that's become our daily diet. Big change. So the doctor said, no wonder why the kind of body that I want to see here, or I'm expecting to see, is a different body that I am seeing today.
Thank you. So one more question is about the coconut. Mm-hmm. So I know this is one of the most important trees. Mm-hmm. Some people in the Kapinga village said they refer to it as the tree of life.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And they make more than 50 different products mm-hmm. from the coconut tree and 10 different types of foods. Can you say something about the importance of the coconut to Nukuoro people, both as a food and as other uses?
Yeah. Let me start with the huts, Nukuoran hut.
The huts?
The coconut itself can produce every materials that needed to set up the house. We don't need other plants, just coconut. The coconut palm, we leave the coconut dots. And then the coconut wood, we cut it and make small size like 2x2, 2x4, okay? And then we fix it. And then the coconut husk, we make the coconut rope to tie the stick and even to weave the thatch roof. Once that is ready, we bring the coconut itself, and then we measure the post. So usually 4 to 6, it depends on if the house is small, 2 posts there, 2 posts there. Then we take, again, small size coconut as I call it haniaro. I forgot the name for Nukuoro, but it's kind of a long, or put on top of the post so that the Dutch roof can land it on. And then we tie it. And then everything is done by the coconut itself. Yeah.
And how about as a food?
Okay. come to us for food. Without water, we have water to drink from the coconut, coconut water. And then we do a lot of different kinds of food from it. For example, there is a food, we call it ice cream. Nukuoro ice cream is called taroko. It's just the meat itself. You grind the meat itself and then mix with the juice and then added some coconut apple. Then it becomes a very tasty one.
Taroho.
Taroko. Taroko, T-A-L-O-G-O, taroko. Okay, and for the coconut oil, for cooking, breadfruit, we cook it, and if we want to cook it with coconut oil to make the taste good, and taro too, we added coconut cream, and even when we make a fish soup, we put coconut cream to make the taste very tasty.
Excellent. Could I ask you to write down for me the words to the song that you just sang about coming back to Nukuoro?
E mataramai au ku ahe mai ro. This is mu maku tu ange ki honga to kere.
So let's see. E madalama e mailu magudao
Augu ahe
augu ahe
maido
maido
maku tu DW
makudu
ange
ki
honga
honga
to
to
kere
kere to D-U-O
D-O-O
D-O-O, and this is D-U-U do do and do. Okay.
to yours
So it means
e taramae, let's say a Pohnpei, okay?
Singing to that island.
Now, this is when you leave the island, and when you come back as a Nukuoran, step on the beach, feel the taste of being the nature and a real belonging to Nukuoro. Then you sing this song.
This means
Augu ahe.
Augu ahe.
Augu ahe might mean I'm coming back, or came back.
I came back. And then Mailu.
Maido came back. This is, I cannot explain how I can express, give you the definition, but Maido.
Magudu.
Makotu. Auguahe Maido Makotu. I came and yet I'm already on your ground. Duangaki hongato karike.
Ground.
Or beach. Yeah.
And then do.
That's it. It's already there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So then if you sing it, what does it sound like?
E mataramae aku ahe maido makutu hangaki hongato kadeke. Again. E mataramae aku ahe maido makutu hangaki hongato kadeke.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome.